Thank you, Ian and company, for that beautiful lead-in. I hope I can live up to that. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Richmond. Those who chose to show up here in person in the sanctuary, or those of us watching online or virtually, or even playing this back later, because even playing it back later doesn't make the message any less meaningful. Welcome. Now, if you'll settle in, please, as we embark on the opening prayer. Let's close our eyes, and as we're able to, take in a deep cleansing breath. Sweet Spirit, we are so very, very grateful. We are so grateful to acknowledge the presence of Spirit in this moment and in every moment, every situation, every circumstance, every series of events. We remember that Spirit abounds within and without. We can never be separate from Spirit or abandoned by Spirit, because indeed we are Spirit. As Spirit flows into, through, from, and as us, and we embrace this opportunity to allow infinite possibilities to support us and to offer them to others. As we acknowledge the divinity within ourselves, we give others the greatest gift we can give, and that is to help them see the divinity in themselves. As we acknowledge the divinity in ourselves and in one another, together we indeed rise. And I release this into the ethers of a most benevolent universe that is enveloping us in unconditional love right now. Thank you, God. Amen. If you'll join me in saying together our truth statement. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotence. And our unity vision statement, please. Coming right up. We are transformed lives, transforming the world. And now, what service would be complete without the daily word and those pearls of wisdom? Today's message, inner peace. The statement is, secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. I find comfort in knowing I am never alone, because God is always with me and within me. Whatever I am called to face, I have inner resources to handle it peacefully. Peace dwells in the silence of my soul. When I feel troubled, I turn within. I breathe deeply and picture a peaceful setting, a trickling stream, the wind gently rustling the leaves, or the soft flicker of candlelight. I let tranquility sink deeply into my heart. As I leave the quietness of prayer, I take peace with me. I am ready to face the day. As a peaceful person, I know that peace is my very nature. Harmony is my purpose and my goal. I seek serene people, places, and experiences. My soul feels at home everywhere, as the peace of my heart flows outward to bless everyone it touches. How lovely. And the corresponding biblical quote is, may grace and peace be yours in abundance in the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. Peter 1:2. If you'll join me in saying the affirmation 3 times. Secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. Secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. Secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. Thank you.
Good morning. Let's all stand and sing this together. Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Sing it out. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
Thank you, friends, for that lovely reminder that it is our decision. Can't be stripped from us. Now, we have plenty of opportunities here to expand awareness, as you likely know, beginning with the chair yoga with our wonderful Petra Filippi, our yoga professor, who's right there, give a shout out, who will be conducting chair yoga on several select dates here beginning today at 12:30 in the sanctuary, again on April 26th, May 3rd, and May 24th. This is gentle yoga, which is beneficial to people of all ability levels, a nurturing activity to keep you fit throughout the year. Classes are offered on a love offering basis. Thank you, Petra. Unity Foundations, if you're interested in knowing more about the Unity movement or becoming a member of Unity of Richmond, this course will give greater back history, and it's quite a community building experience, and I highly encourage it. There will be a potluck held before. Again, the date, as you see on the placard, is April 19th, following the service at 12:30. Okay, the Reiki Healing Circle. This is coming up next Sunday on the 19th in the sanctuary immediately after the service. This is an experience of collective healing led by Mary Ellen, our beloved congregant who spoke to us so enlighteningly about the Celtic tradition last weekend. Whether you're a seasoned Reiki practitioner or new to Reiki, you can come share, receive, amplify positive energy with like-minded folks. Feel the harmony, deepen your practice, and awaken your spirit with this very uplifting community gathering. Again, that is the third Sunday of each month after the service. Now, a very special program beginning here shortly. We have a profound opportunity to come together and lead Unity of Richmond into a thriving future. This 10-month cohort of community leadership known as Creating the Beloved Community, as you would see there on the placard. This leadership training on integral ministry will provide a framework for us to build the future of unity that we want to see. You're invited to be in ownership of this spiritual cooperative we call Unity of Richmond, who will say, yes, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Please sign up. There's a sign-up sheet in the see, there's so much enthusiasm, it's already going around. I don't even have to tell him. Yes, for those who have not signed up already but are interested, the sign-up sheet is going around. There is a Zoom link that will be circulated for all those who have expressed interest. It's for the second Tuesday of the month for 10 months straight. Very exciting opportunity. The corresponding book, Creating the Beloved Community by Jim Lockard, the copies are limited. They have not yet arrived, but Valerie will be connecting with those to make arrangements to get them their books when they do arrive. Oh, and there's Mary Ellen back there. Hello. Let's see. Next, we have the Arts in the Park, a very exciting seasonal event forthcoming. Unity of Richmond will have a table at this event with block shifts. Let's see here, Saturday, May 2nd and Sunday, May 3rd at the Carillon in Byrd Park. Available shifts are Saturday 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and Sunday 12:15 to 2, and 2 to 4. Let's see, there is there's a table at the event to hand out brochures, talk to folks about unity. If you do wish to volunteer, sign up for a shift on the sign-up sheet, which I believe is out in the lobby. And yes, that should be another exciting community building event and to spread the message. Now, let's see, I believe I'm passing it over to Ian now.
Woo, that's me. Hallelujah, a word of praise, a word of praise to my God. Hallelujah, a word of praise, a word of praise to my God. Hallelujah, a word of praise, a word of praise to my God. Hallelujah, a word of praise, a word of praise to my God. Let every breath I breathe be sacred. Let every word I speak be true. Let every song I sing be holy and only bring me close to you. Hallelujah, a word of thanks, a word of thanks for my God. Hallelujah, a word of thanks, a word of thanks for my God. Let every breath I breathe be sacred. Let every word I speak be true. Let every song I sing be holy and only bring me close to you. Let every breath I breathe be sacred. Let every word I speak be true. Let every song I sing be holy and only bring me close to you. Hallelujah, a blessed day, a blessed day with my God. Alleluia. A blessed day, a blessed day with my God. Thank you.
So we do like to go around periodically and spotlight a certain area of the staff or the Unity community. There's sometimes, excuse me, not enough attention given to those essential tasks that keep the church running so wonderfully. So today, Natasha here is going to speak to us about the AV team, please.
I know, I'm usually in the back. You never see me up here. But I wanted to mostly honor our team back there. I started here at the beginning of COVID, and it kind of stripped down to a real small team. We've been working with 3 people back there. Obviously, we would love to get back up to 6. But I want to honor Bernice and Rob, who are here every Sunday doing our live stream and our slides. I would like to mention Rich, too. He used to do the sound. He was here every Sunday as well. And so I just want to honor both of them, all 3 of them, I guess, and say, if any of you guys want to learn, it's not as scary as it seems. We have real simple jobs, more complex ones, and you can get as involved as you want. But mostly I just wanted to give thanks to the team who's been here every single Sunday. So, thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. And now for our lovely Sunday message, we will be hearing from the venerable licensed Unity teacher and all-around extraordinary woman, Barbara Hess.
Thank you, Stephen. I don't jump up and down as fast as you do. I'm quite impressed with your enthusiasm and vigor. And the talk today is Words Matter. And I think you've already heard it. You heard that great song from Ian. And so that really puts us in the understanding of what words do. And I'm going to speak from Charles Fillmore. I always usually speak from Charles or Myrtle. Both of them are amazing, and they're the co-founders of Unity. And Charles, we just had Easter. And so he interpreted the resurrection metaphysically as an inside job occurring now and not in some future event. And he says it's a rising into new vigor and a higher state of consciousness, which is really what Ian was just singing about. He calls this a process of regeneration. And regeneration refers to a spiritual birth. Spiritual birth versus a physical process. It results in new life and a new nature. So this is kind of where we come into our vision, where we say transform lives, transforming the world. Transformation becomes a cellular process, and it is a spiritual process. In the revealing word, Fillmore states this transformation takes place through bringing forces of mind and body to support the Christ ideal. The idea is one referred to as I am. So whenever you hear in Unity people calling Christ, Jesus Christ, Christ was not his last name. Jesus was a human who was born, and he was able to demonstrate the ability to become fully embodied, being self-realized. When he said the Father and I are one, he knew it, he felt it, and he was that. And he has said all of us can do that. So it's a process that's available for all of us, and Charles is reminding us that this is possible, and it's possible through regeneration. And he says that regeneration occurs when we make the effort to change the level of our thinking. We become more aware that divine mind is the truth of us. So in Unity, we talk about divine mind, and we're going to get into that a little bit. but that this omnipresence is the truth of who each of us are. We become more aware that divine mind is this truth. So Fillmore says that divine mind is the one omnipresent, all-knowing, all-powerful spirit, the ultimate source of intelligence and substance. So I can say this a little bit differently. He used divine mind. And I can say, because you are I am, you are omnipresent, all-knowing, and all-powerful spirit, made in the image and likeness of God. Each of you has the capacity. You don't ask for it. You don't have to get it. You already are that. It's simply a matter of becoming aware of it, kind of cleaning up our act, so to speak, cleaning up our mind. And this is not a person, but rather the creative, formless, invisible mind that exists as perfect, divine ideas. And they're brought into expression through our thoughts and words. All enduring truths such as love, substance, wisdom, compassion, knowingness are ideas in divine mind. And since you are divine mind at the essence of who you are, you have all of these capacities inside. We become more aware and grow our ability to express them. There is only one mind, and that mind cannot be separated or divided. And so Charles will refer to this as God mind or the universal mind. So if we look at this logically, Fillmore is saying divine mind is the source of everything. Each of us is and blossoms forth from divine mind. And when I say is, that's once again reminding us that we don't have to go find it. We don't reach out there to bring it to us. We reach inside to bring it up. And Fillmore continues by saying, Christ's mind is the avenue through which humans connect with the all mind of the Father. And Christ's mind is the I am. And so we must have an experience of our I am, which is divine mind, in order to express the truth of our being. So this is an experience of I am, and it transforms our mind and life. This is an experiential knowingness. It's not intellect. We can read, we can study. We do that great here at Unity. But when we read and study, we have an experience. So we go beyond our intellect to an experience. And all of you have expressed having this. And that's your ability to express and understand and have the experience of I am. So the ocean can be a metaphor for divine mind, or I am. Divine mind is what we often think of as being external, which is the same as I am, which is internal. The same thing. We just use different terms so that you can wrap your mind around this formless oneness, omnipresence, until you go beyond your mind. Even though understanding divine mind is even more expansive than the borders of our mind applies to the ocean. So we can say the ocean is divine mind, but it's even bigger. There's no borders to divine mind. The surface and waves of the ocean can be representative of your mind and body, with all your thoughts, actions, and relationships. Sometimes they roll smoothly. Sometimes they bang into each other. Just like thoughts and events in your life, things can happen on the surface. But deeper beneath the surface, the ocean is calm and quiet and full of mystery. So in this metaphor, the depth of the ocean is divine mind. Yet the depth becomes the waves. The quality of waves, the quality of ideas, thoughts, and words that flow through your and my mind is affected by how much depth we bring to the surface. So oceanographers tell us that the ocean has dimensionality. From a ship, they lower a bucket on a chain and get a sample of water. And then they lower it 10 feet deeper and get another sample. And then 10 feet deeper, 10 feet deeper, and they go on and on and on. And every bucket that they pull up has different forms of life, different ideas, different substances in it. So analyzing all these layers, they do find different things. And just as oceans are multidimensional realities, we are too. We have more and more and more depth to explore. And practicing meditation and spiritual studies is like lowering a bucket into the depth of our own beingness. We raise the bucket from the depth, overflowing with spiritual truths. They might be love, wisdom, knowingness. This then overflows in our mind, thoughts, and actions into our life. So it's not a separate thing. It's not like I have this me that works in the world and I have this me that sits and meditates. Me and me are the same. And you can bring the depth of your experiences to your surface. The experience of our divine essence transforms our mind. And this has been scientifically proven. More and more research is being done, which I love. I do love science. And it's called neuroremodeling. Research has proven this is not a temporary boost, but a physical change in body structure. And they refer to it as rewiring. Structurally involves the pruning of unused synapses and the growth of new connections. So you can say that you can prune your thoughts of worry, lack, negativity, resistance, and you can grow your thoughts of I am, your divine patterns. And scientists say that adults can facilitate your rewiring. Thank goodness. This can happen with focused attention, deep sleep, and rest, physical exercise. Now, those are things that are common for most of us. Slow movement like yoga and Tai Chi. Novelty and learning, which is what we do when we come together every Sunday and lots of Wednesdays. Mindfulness and meditation. And there's a new article that was published just this past March in Psychology Today. And the article is titled, Meditation Works Faster Than Previously Thought. And in the article it says, our research showed that within minutes, the mind was becoming simultaneously more focused, more relaxed, and less prone to wander. So when you start doing these practices, it starts right away. You don't have to wait for months and months or years. And many people ask, how do I know when meditation is working? And the article says, while the changes can be subtle and even unnoticeable in the brain, it is important to note that on a psychological level, meditation starts working far sooner than previously noted. And they had 3 groups, completely new meditators who had never done it before, novice meditators, and long-term meditators. And they found that there were significant measurable changes in brainwave activity after just 2 to 3 minutes with all of these groups. And it peaked after 7 minutes. Now, you don't have to stay a beginner or novel. There are continued changes that happen when you keep a consistent practice. And the article continues, beyond the neurological benefits we've studied, meditation builds some key skills. It encourages us to respond rather than react. Isn't that a great world to live in, to be responding versus reacting? And by observing our inner world, so it's talking about this inward journey, without judgment, we are better able to navigate the demands of our attention and skill with wisdom. I found it fascinating that they used the term wisdom because I looked it up with what their definition was, and it comes from the inner essence. It's not something of the intellect, but it's something beyond the intellect, and that's what we study here at Unity. The article continues saying meditation is not just for those sitting in a monastery. It can be slotted into daily lives when we're commuting to work, preparing for a meeting, or getting ready for bed. The next time you hear yourself saying, "I'd love to meditate, but I don't have time," I invite you to reframe it as, "I want to make the most of the time I have." By encouraging you to pay attention to what really matters, meditation will help you make the most of every moment. What a powerful article that's being circulated into our medical world now. So any shift of direction of the mind inside and focusing on uplifting thoughts begins the transformation. And PET scan imagery has visually shown different parts of the brain light up with uplifting thoughts versus thoughts of worry, lack, and concern. So rewiring occurs when this way of thinking becomes a habit. And we all have taught each other how to do that with affirmations and denials, studying spiritual principles. Our 5 unity truths speak of this. God is omnipotent, and we are made in the image and likeness of God. We have all the capacities and qualities of the divine. So you do need more uplifting thoughts instead of those that tear you down. And this can come beyond just that micromanaging your mind. We can't micromanage our mind. Our mind's going to think what it wants to, but we can coax it in. We can coax it to change. We can learn how to contemplate, which we do here. We can learn how to say affirmations until we really feel them. We can learn how to study and chant and sing. All of these are part of the process of rewiring the mind. Your everyday words and thoughts have more impact on you than those used infrequently. So pay attention to what you're thinking every day and make sure that at least a portion of it's devoted to who you are inside. Rewiring occurs and this becomes a habit. I say bathe your mind with ideas of God, the God omnipotent every day. Your mind and body will thank you for this. I know when I do this practice daily, and I've done it for a long time, and my mind always shifts. Whenever things are coming up, it shifts to thoughts of God. And so this is where understanding the power of words is important. One of the main modes of expressing ourselves is words. And we even think through the formation of words. An idea will bubble up. And we might have that subtle realization of what it is and put a label to it like love or peace or whatever we're naming. But that word then gives us an outlet to perform it. I think I can, said the little engine that could. And she succeeds at what seems impossible with this mantra of faith for herself. Do you repeat similar thoughts of encouragement and faith and optimism? And unfortunately, most people are stuck in repeating thoughts over and over again. It's the way the brain works and the way our mind functions. So pay attention to these repetitive thoughts and reconstruct them. Consciously or unconsciously, we do focus on repetitive thoughts over and over again. And you can harness this capacity of your mind to a different purpose. Focusing inward on exploration of your I am. Choose to use your mind differently. And one way to do this is through contemplation. Contemplation is the first stage of meditation. And in a Sanskrit term, it's called dharana, D-H-A-R-A-N-A. And it's translated as contemplation. All mystics say that contemplation is a way of coaxing your mind inward to develop an inward expanding awareness of your own beingness. Dharana changes the way you use your mind, while it also reveals there's more to you than you ever thought. Your mind becomes more clear, allowing ideas to bubble forth from the essence of divine mind. I am. And words that flow through an awareness of your I am are more powerful. Charles Fillmore taught that the word is the creative power of God, the divine idea of logos. In the beginning, there was the word. And humanity can use this to shape reality. And by speaking words of truth with spiritual understanding and feeling, individuals consciously manifest divine substance into physical form. We can bring the formless into form. And it's more powerful when it comes from our spiritual truth and words of our essence. This is how we can heal bodies and change life circumstances, or perceive the life circumstance also and deal with it in a very uplifting way. It's not about just changing the external, but also being present in what's going on. He continues, Charles says that we are offspring of God, and our words have power proportionate to our realization of our indwelling spirit, the indwelling kingdom of God. So the more we stay aware of this deep layer and essence that we are, the more power our words and our self has. And he has qualitative aspects to words. They have creative force, which is based on the word logos. In Genesis, God created through the word, let there be. And because we have the capacity, our I am is the same capacity as divine mind, our words have similar creative power, proportionate to our spiritual realization. And all of you can probably think of something that you really wanted to outpicture into the world, and you've done it. It might seem small, it might seem grand, but it was your ability to draw from your inner strength and create. So this is a process we do over and over again. And all of us are unique, so all of us are going to choose to create differently. How beautiful. Then we have this tapestry of divine life. Words can also be formative, in which you do direct this invisible divine substance into form. And you use words with consciousness and feeling. Merely reciting words is insufficient. They must be felt and often referred to as written on your heart. So this doesn't mean the emotional heart. At the core of our being is our heart. Our heart is the whole core of who we are. And our mind rests in our heart. And so when you write the words on your heart, you're coming from the core of who you are, which is your essence. They become embodied, and then they picture outward. And he says that the word has a twofold aspect. It acts as both the still small voice and the loud voice of command. So the still small voice is when you're inside and you hear. You might not hear through your ear, but you hear the bubbling up of your divine nature. And then the loud voice, you speak it out into the world. So last week, Preston spoke eloquently about his inner transformation, which resulted from the study of the writings of Swami Yogananda, who was a mystic. And he also formed the Self-Realization Society. And in this, what I have read his book, and it's just so powerful because he talks about when he goes into meditation, he sits with Jesus. Now, does he see him as a physical body? Sometimes he did, he said, and sometimes he didn't. But it was the essence. And so they communed through that still small voice. And he said over and over again, "Ah, what a master. How powerful. Of course, it would be such a being who could transform people's way of thinking." And so he says, don't flaunt. The omnipresence doesn't push itself upon you. It waits for you to come into communion. And there's a reverberation. The universe was created from a vibration. And this same primal sound instantly starts translating into these ideas that come from your own self, because you're a vibratory person. We're all made of energy. Energy is a vibration. And when we commune inside with I am, there's a vibratory quality that arises within you. And Charles Fillmore agrees with this. In Christian Healing, he says, the spoken word carries vibrations through the universal ether and also moves the intelligence inherent in every form, animate and inanimate. It has been discovered that even rocks and all minerals have life. And this is proof of the omnipresence of one animating substance. And so in these words, he's saying we have the power to transform even the water, the cells of our body, the cells that float in the universe. He continues and says, man, being the highest animation of divine mind, has great directive power and is really cooperator with God in forming the universe. So we create over and over and over again. It's part of the creative process. And Charles does say, he makes these kinds of statements about the power of the spoken word, but he's not referring to any kind of spoken word. He means only the consciously spoken word that has spiritual motivation behind it. The other kind of words, spoken words, are little or no creative value. Jesus calls these vain repetitions. And in metaphysics, we call this mechanical talking. So sometimes I can hear people in Unity almost afraid to speak because they're like, oh, I don't want to speak something into reality. When it comes from your essence, you are speaking it into reality. And it's just that chatter. I'm going to do this today. I think it's on my to-do list. I really don't want to do it, but maybe I'll do it. It's just mechanical chatter. It's just busy mind. You can shift it. And so we're talking about the vibratory nature of words. And words that embody divine truths have a vibratory quality of deep body and mental transformation. And I always go back to researchers. They are proving, and there's more research being done, that sound waves in the early universe, they called them BAOs, B-A-O, were the seeds of structure that grew into the stars and galaxies we see today. So they're proving more and more that there's this dynamic relationship that goes on with sound and beingness. They don't use the term beingness, but they say there's something out there. There's a substance beyond anything we can discover at this point. And they say the seed of creation originated in sound. And there's also a Yoga Sutra that speaks to this. Yanda Hitihashtana Matrika. The underlying limitations are rooted in Matrika. And so this is a big word for to say divine sounds lie at the root of your existence. This is what makes words affect you so deeply. They reverberate all the way in. And the power of words originates in divine mind. And also in yoga, they call this the sound of Om. In order to manifest as the universe, divine sound emanates initially as a subtle sound, and it grows and expands, and then it blasts into many sounds, and that's where the term matrika comes from. And the sound emanates forth into the energetic structure that formed the universe. Your body, your mind, it's all made of energy. and with every energy having its own sound. So you can think of a crystal in a window and how the light shines through it and it splinters into all of these colors, and we're mesmerized. Well, sound does the same thing. The original sound is a crystal, and then it emanates out into our alphabet and words and all the creative forces. Words are really expressions of consciousness, and consciousness is the ruling factor. Words carry the power and authority of the originating consciousness, just as certain ambassadors have the mandate to carry the authority of their government. So you can say words have the power to create your own life, your own existence, your own government, your own way of being in the world. So words do matter. And so right now I want everyone to just begin by settling in a little bit. And I'm going to repeat words, and then we'll go into a meditation as they come up. And I'm going to repeat the word, and I want you to say it out loud with devotion and clarity. The first thing I'm going to repeat is simply, I am. And repeat it. I am. I am bliss. I am peace. I am all-knowingness. I am integrity. I am love. I am strength and joy. So continue to settle into your seats. And I often think of meditation as a time of amazing grace. Grace is always present. And in reality, we live and breathe grace. We just have to be aware of it. There's an ease and familiarity when you quiet your mind, because it's your I am that you experience. And you can call this grace. So little effort is needed. You take one step inside the grace, which you're doing right now with meditation. And grace takes 1,000 steps to you. Grace is infused in divine mind. Divine mind, I am, is the one energy that has always existed and existed before anything else existed. It's the action of grace, a deep feeling of well-being that is expansive, an inner experience of peace, a quiet undercurrent of joy. So for now, imagine yourself as an oceanographer, lowering a bucket into the depths of your own beingness. And while meditating, imagine you are raising the bucket from your essence, and see what spiritual ideas bubble up in your own awareness. It may be a sense of peace, love, bliss, or some other quality. Fill your mind with whatever divine truth arises, and embody these truths so they become permanently wired into your mind and body. So settling in, easing in, allowing yourself to be bathed and the truth of who you are. And taking a nice, easy in breath with a nice, easy emptying, and another one if you would like. And continue to rest in the depth of your eternality. And bring this awareness into your mind and thoughts. You can then be present in your own presence. And then you can make choices coming from your I am, bringing it into your life, thoughts, and actions. And so now you can continue to slowly open your eyes, bringing this essence, this truth of who you are with you. And even as the song plays, you can continue to silently repeat whatever qualities arose for you. And so it is.
Let's all sing Hallelujah together. Christ within me, 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 Christ within me.
Thank you, Barbara. You never fail to be awe-inspiring every time. Now, if our ushers would come forward, please. Singular or plural, whichever it may be. And please join me in saying the prosperity blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. Ian?
1, Kind words will never fail you. Kind words can never be wrong. When life's trails and troubles sail you, kind words from a friend will help you keep you strong. Kind words spoken to another, or spoken to yourself when you're alone. If you're lost or if you're lonely, kind words from a friend will help to lead you home. An open heart will always serve you. An open heart is a tool for peace, so just let go what may disturb you, and all the cares that bind you will release. An open heart is like a flower, letting in the warm and golden sun. Let it shine, let it fill you, when you open up your heart to everyone. Kind words spoken to another, spoken to yourself when you're alone. If you're lost or if you're lonely, kind words from an open heart will lead you home. Kind words from an open heart will lead you home. Thank you.
All right. Now, if you would please join me in blessing the gifts given today. We give thanks for the gifts that will support our mission of creating a spiritually awakened world. Now, do we have any youth with us today? I think that's a yes. Please come on up.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light, as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light.
So what's the story from our youth program today?
Today, we managed to get into an entire glue stick. So we spent most of the time cleaning today. But it's okay. We had fun doing it. And hopefully we're not going home sticky. And that's our day.
We love clean and tidy and non-sticky. No bondage in this church. Now, first of all, we would like to give our thanks, but we'll begin by acknowledging the prayer chaplains on deck today. I believe we have Tom and Lynn. Of course, our prayer chaplains are available every Sunday after the service for confidential prayer correspondence, and all, of course, under the tutelage and leadership of Carol LaPierre there in the orange. Let's give a shout out. And yes, Tom and Lynn over here, as you see, wearing their beautiful sashes. Now, but it doesn't end there. Let's please acknowledge our audiovisual team in the back. Thank you. The music team. Ian, you're just going to have to give yourself props. And Forrest and Lynn. Debbie for keeping things tidy and clean and nice, as always. Casey in the office back there, keeping us on time and in order. Our ushers and volunteers, LUT Barbara, thank you so much for a wonderful message as always, and everyone else who made this service possible. Thank you. Or, okay, fine, we'll throw that in. I want to acknowledge an omission earlier. I was all talking about Mary Ellen's wonderful Reiki circle earlier, but I didn't see her here, so I was talking about her like she's not here, but she's right there. There she is. All right. Now, if we will please join me in initiating the the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family, all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal.